Hi, I want to show you guys how to use the codon wheel to help you translate a section of DNA. And a section of DNA is the equivalent of a gene. We're going to look at some shorter genes, and each of the genes we're going to look at provides the information to make a certain protein. The DNA is made up of two strands that have 4 different bases on them. Those bases are adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. Or here, A, G, C, and T. 3 of these bases codes for a certain amino acid. The amino acids are put together in structures in the cell called ribosomes, and they turn into proteins because proteins are amino acids stuck together. There are also some sequences of 3 letters that give a stop signal to let the ribosome know that the protein is done. Okay, so what you guys are going to be looking at is a DNA sequence that looks like this. This is a gene, and here's the 3 letters. Each of these is going to code for a different amino acid, and we're going to look at this wheel. So if I'm going to figure out what gene this is and what protein it makes, I'm going to start with ATG. And I go here to the middle of the wheel. Here's the A. The second letter is T. So from the A, I go to the T. And the third letter is G. So A, T, G. And that gives me M, or methionine. So I would write down, well, not write, but put on the answer form, I'm going to enter in the letter M. And it can be capital or lowercase. I also should jot this down in order on a piece of paper because I'm going to need to know the whole sequence later. So I'm going to use a text box here. And like I said, you guys can jot this on paper, or I've put this in the materials. You can print it out. Shoot, wrong one, guys. Okay, we'll try this down here. Okay, the next one is AGT, so back to our codon wheel, starting with A. This time my second letter is G, and my third letter is T. So it looks like we've got S, serine. So in our Google Docs, type in S, again lowercase or uppercase is fine. And I'm going to write down S for my second code for DNA sequence 2. And all you have to do is write down these letters in order. You don't have to write down the rest of this. Okay, third one, AAA. So back to my codon wheel, A, A, A. Looks like we've got K, lysine. So in my Google form, I'm going to enter K, and I'll jot down K. Right, so pretty easy. When I'm all done, I have these all written down. I am going to look at a different page, which I should pull up. There we go. Oh gosh darn it. I closed the form, guys. So, there we go. Okay, so after you enter in your answers, you're going to look at this, and this shows all of the letters. So I would look at the sequence that I have and I match it with these. So I don't have mine completed yet, but let's see if we can figure out what it is based on the first three letters. So I have M, S, and K. Let's take a look. Oh, here we go, MSK. So it looks like this gene sequence that I'm translating is going to make the green fluorescent protein, which is in jellyfish, and it's a protein that jellyfish use to communicate with each other. And biologists in genetic engineering use this as a marker to indicate the successful insertion of genes. So they actually take this gene and stick it into other organisms to see where they've spliced in a new set of genes. And there's a company here in Eugene that does this work. Okay, so DNA sequence 2 apparently made green fluorescent protein found in jellyfish. You guys are going to be working on DNA sequence 5 and DNA sequence 3 in your Google form. Good luck.